Hi my loves, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Maria, the Maria Fadi on all social media platforms, and today we're going to be talking about my Telfar, the Telfeezy. This is in the sage green color. I use this bag mostly for work. I'm gonna actually remove the bag organizer. I got this from Amazon and I'm gonna link it for you. I've been thinking of getting one which has a water bottle hole on the side instead. Hand sanitizer. I switch this from bag to bag all the time. You know, my AirPod Pros, my wallet. It's my Prada wallet, Saffiano leather. Love this leather. I just got this YSL mascara. Then I have a backup battery because if I go to a meeting or something and it goes longer, backup battery. I have my sunglasses. This is actually like a customized sunglasses. I got this for my bridesmaids, loving it. I guess like a lip stain. It feels very buttery smooth. Of course, everyone should have a pen because I also, outside of a pen, right? I also have a notebook. Pen and notebook, okay? Girly. Yeah, so that's my glasses for work. Then I have another pen. Band-Aid. I have a jump drive, which you know I use for work. I said the bag itself has a zipper on the inside, but I do have the bag organizer in here. I have my iPad in here typically. It has a zipper in the bag. Let's get into a little review of the bag, pros and cons that I think based off my usage of the bag, like I just mentioned. Yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so I got this bag as a gift for my fiance. I was so emotional. I did not expect it because it's just one of those things that like I'd been waiting and waiting on the list, and like eventually, you know, you have that bag program, you sign up for it, it tells you there's a bag waiting, but it's always at like the most random day, like on a Wednesday, like at 12 p.m. So I was just like, at that point I was like, you know what, if I get this bag, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But my fiance, the sweet man, he got this bag for me. If you saw that, I probably posted it on my story maybe 8 months ago now. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but it's been a while. I posted this on my story, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me there. I post stuff there too. So when I saw that this color was available, this was the one like I wanted, and this is the one that he got for me. I think the black, the brown, all of those are really nice colors. I just personally, for me, I like to have just like a little splash of color, and it's still, I know it's bright, and I know it is a bright color, like it's a sage green, but it's still a fun enough color that I feel could be a neutralizing aspect of my outfit or a pop of color at all times, but it wasn't a bad thing for me. And I really just didn't want the basic like black, brown, white. I just wanted something a little bit more fun. I work as a consultant. I'm in the office a couple of days out of the week, and then obviously I work from home the rest of the time. So this bag for me was meant to be a work bag. When I thought about getting a Telfar, I wanted it to be a work bag / travel bag. That's all I've been saying this whole time because that's what I wanted it to be. I actually also used it recently to DR when I went on my trip for my batch weekend, and I quickly realized that it actually wasn't as great of a traveling bag, but I'm actually going to get into that later. Like I said, I'm going to be diving into like the good, the bad, just my overall thoughts for the bags for now. Now my thoughts could change in a year from now. I may use the bag even more and love it or hate it, but that's what it's called. Like it's okay for my opinions to change. I will update you if my opinions change, because you know what that's called? Growth. That's what that's called. So the small strap right here is strong. I would even say the big strap itself is strong, but the length of the big strap just doesn't make sense for traveling. If you have a suitcase and you're trying to like get this bag to stay on the suitcase, this strap, the small part, is too small, whereas this one is too big. So then I had to like double it just to get it on my suitcase and create like a little double knot just to fit. And even then, because my bag was really stuffed and there is no zipper, it's only like, you know, a clip or like a magnetic clip, it wouldn't stay closed. And so I would have to tilt the bag against like my suitcase. Like, why? There is another zipper. I'll get into like the structure of the bag, but that was probably my biggest con. It's like I'm 5'10", and I'm gonna get into this so you can see where it falls on me. So it kind of falls here for me, like by a little bit by my hip, and that's at a diagonal, right? If I wanted to actually have this just like as a shoulder bag, it falls even lower than that. You can see even lower. So it's like you're walking, it's hitting, right? Not too terrible. I can manage it. I typically go crossbody. So I'm a crossbody girly with this bag. Okay. I usually double the hand up and I just carry it all like that. So that's typically how you would see me with this bag, like this, typically. So for the small strap, I can see it kind of would make sense maybe for a handbag. This is a shopping bag slash tote combo, so I would hope that it was a little bit higher, like a tote bag, or maybe kind of in between. And then this one I would hope obviously was a little bit shorter, or kind of gave an in-between structure, or like that strap length, like it's giving crossbody bag strap length, but for such a huge bag. It made me make sense more for the smaller bag, but I don't think that it should be this long, right, for the bigger bag. Maybe a little bit shorter. In my opinion, I think a tote bag with a zipper, which I know we've seen a lot of the Goyard and like Fauve. Is it Fauve? I'm literally looking up how to pronounce this right now. See, I was close. It's Fauve Lepage, okay? I'm not a French person. That's just what I'm gonna call it based on the pronunciation video that I just watched. So like, you know, totes like that have a zipper. Totes with zipper are supreme because you just have that security of mind. That's everything is locked in. Whereas with this bag, you really just don't. I'll be real with you, you don't. So not that great for traveling, but for like an everyday work bag, which I have been using it for work for the past 3.5, maybe almost 4 months, or maybe 3 months, something like that. Yes, it is a great bag. And this bag is usually stuffed. I'm telling you, stuffed. And it feels heavy, and it probably weighs like 5 to 10 pounds. But the strap, that's one thing I will say, they are good straps. They do hold up really well. Also, another thing I'm gonna put out there, for a $200, I think it's $202 with taxes, probably a little bit more. I don't know, I didn't buy it. But for a $200 plus bag, I would hope you could get like leather. This is not leather. Me personally, I'm a leather girly. I don't know, maybe it's just the durability of it, or the fact that it just feels great sometimes. But this whole idea of like vegan leather, which has been marketed to a lot of people, vegan leather that I've seen is just, it's PU, okay? PU or polyester, which is mostly just plastic. So, I mean, unless it's like recycled plastic, then I can get the whole like, oh, vegan leather. But other than that, it's just plastic. So, you know, the whole idea that everyone's like, oh my God, it's vegan leather. It's like, okay, it's plastic for $200. I'm not gonna go too much into that. Like, I'm not really a label person. So this for me isn't bad. This, I think it actually works very well because it's like a weird, like geometric half circle thing going on. So this for me doesn't bother me, but typically I don't have logos on my bag. So that's the other one I've been thinking about, but it's okay. It is a well-constructed bag in the first place. Like, I do my research on most of the bags I get. I won't say all. Some are splurges, but this one for sure I did research on it because I wanted it for so long. So the good, right? I love the color of this bag. It gives me serotonin. It makes me happy to look at this bag. So I love the color of this bag. But then another big thing is I will always support a Black-owned business above everything else. I will always do my best to support a Black-owned business because I know that even as a Black creator, I know the barriers it takes just for me to even get my videos onto the For You page, being a person of color compared to someone who is of lighter complexion or white. That's just a fact that matters. So I will still support, even if it is my vegan leather. The Telfar really has become like an it bag. We've seen like Beyonce, people, huge people wear the Telfar. So it's kind of solidified this bag as like an it bag. And if you go on resale sites, actually, you can sell this bag for more money than you bought it. So in that already, you do know you have a better resale value, or at least you'll be able to make a net zero on the bag that you bought at the same price you bought it for when you got it. Because somebody is bound to buy for the same price, and more than likely more, actually, because they're not willing to wait for, you know, that occasional time they can get that 12 o'clock midday to buy it type of thing. But like I said, I've been using this bag a lot. I'm a kind of person that I feel like it's cost per wear. Like, if even though I didn't spend any money on this, but I do know the price of this bag. But I feel like when I do buy, especially when I buy a bag, not when it's gifted to me, but when it's gifted too, but especially when I buy a bag, I already know, okay, I am gonna wear this bag this amount of time for it to net a certain amount of money. Whatever the cost of the bag is, I should be getting it on that level. Like, I should be using it that much time to get that like $10 to $20. Ideally, I want it to be zero. So it's girl math. Yes, I want it to be free. eventually down the line because I've used it so much. You know what I mean? That it's like, wow, I've used it so much. The cost per wear, thinking about amazing. Also, just like, I like to switch out bags. Like, even for work, I like to have 2 or 3 bags for work just to switch up the look. Like, I get bored of like the same thing all the time. Like, I couldn't wear the same bag all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. This has been a little what's in my bag, so you kind of know or have an idea, pros, cons, everything that fits in here to help you make an educated decision. If you're gonna purchase one yourself, comment, let me know which bags you're loving for fall, winter. I love bags. Let's talk about it. Bye bye.